Peace and blessings, and welcome back to A Word with Nyakuiy. I am Nyakuiy, and I welcome you here to my channel. Please take your shoes off, grab yourself something to drink, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the energy, receive the word, receive what you will, and release the rest. Today we are getting into this full moon and the energy around the full moon. So I'm going to get into my cards, and I also have some notes that I wrote out prior to hopping on here that I felt called to share with you all. And so I'll get into those notes first. But first, subscribe to the channel, okay, and support your girl, and we will get right up in it. All right, so coming into the Sagittarius full moon, this is all about your sacred purpose. This is all about your higher calling. And so you'll feel that very intensely. It's like this itch that you can't scratch. Okay, this is the higher calling. This is your higher calling. It's something that you cannot resist. You know what it is you need to do. And the more that you resist, the more that life will be more challenging for you, because you're resisting the call when the flow is asking you to go one way, you're going another way. And so that's going to cause some disruptions for you in your life and in your mental, emotional, physical well-being, because that's just how it is. That's just how it happens. So we're going to get into that. Another message here that's been really heavy in the collective for, I want to say, since the last full moon in Sagittarius, the last new moon in Sagittarius during Sagittarius season. And it's that you cannot save other people. You cannot save other people. You can only save yourself, but you can support other people, and you can support them into supporting themselves. And it only hits deeper when you're supporting from your overflow, when you're supporting from a full tank, and when you're supporting from a place of plenitude, not from a place of deficit. Okay? So always tune into where you are giving from, where you are supporting from. Are you supporting because you feel you need to save this person or this group of people? Or are you supporting because you genuinely feel that you can support them in supporting themselves? Check your intentions. And know, too, this is kind of a connected message, that you can't help someone who does not want to be helped. You cannot help somebody who does not want to be helped. You can't want it more than they want it for themselves. Period. People have to get to a point where it is dire, okay? And you know this because you've been in that place. So put that on other people too, okay? See other people from that perspective. Allow people to walk into fires. Maybe they do need to get burned, okay? There's this grief in the collective, and it's really heavy. And the move is to also tune into yourself and tune into your own grief and to ride that wave. Grief is a wave that you'll ride, and it'll have ups and downs, and up and down you'll go. And it is possible to move through grief in a graceful way, and to understand that it is only when you suppress grief that it becomes a problem. You have to acknowledge it, and you have to acknowledge that it's there. Grieve for yourself, grieve for your humanity. But then don't stay there. Don't live from that place. Acknowledge that it is there. And reach for the higher calling. Reach for the higher purpose. Ask grief, what is its higher purpose for you? What can you do to relieve yourself? Sometimes it's just that you're invited to give it up to the divine and to stop carrying so much and to stop carrying the weight of the world. Okay? There are some connections in your current reality that lack longevity. They've expired, but you keep dragging them out. And the message here is not everybody's meant to come with you where you're going. It's important that you respect people's path and you respect people's no. Stop infringing upon their free will to experience suffering. Honor their choice and walk away. Don't drag it out. And ask yourself, why are you in this energy of wanting to drag them with you where you're going? Is it because you don't want to be alone? Because, honey, sometimes the path will take you to places of solitude where you cannot take anybody with you. It is you and the divine. You cannot play savior. You see, this energy keeps coming through. There's a message here that's there's nothing you could have done to change the situation. Release the guilt and the shame and the self-blame. Judging yourself won't make the situation any different. It'll just make you feel bad and it'll limit your freedom. Okay? Another one here is that you are moving. You are. Trust in the unfolding. Somebody's asking, what am I supposed to do about the situation? And the answer is nothing yet. Nothing now. Trust that the impulse to do will come. For now, just learn how to relax. And the last message here, it's more of a question. You cast judgment upon another to make yourself feel good, to make yourself feel better about how far you've elevated, how far you've come. But do you see the hypocrisy and the contradiction in that? That you judge and condemn only to end up back in the place you say you healed from? It's sounding like you got a little bit more healing to do, a little bit more growing to do. Okay? So those are the intuitively channeled messages that wanted to come through. Now I'll get into our cards here. And of course we have Kali with endings and beginnings. She says the old must be released so that the new can enter. And there's this energy of desperation from the entities and the structures and the powers. And this can be on the grander scale. But this also was happening on the micro scale too, because the micro and the macro are mirrors of each other. But there's this energy of desperation from these dark entities that want to destroy your light, that want to destroy all things that are moving in a good and positive and uplifting direction, right? So they're scrapping, they're doing everything they can. They're throwing in the punches where they can. They're doing the most, okay, to try to continue to confuse, to sow confusion, to sow the word is manifest distortions, or to create distortions, or to invite more distortion, as opposed to moving in the clarity of truth and being clear within. And you are to simply recognize that that's what this is. That as you continue making your climb, you will have these entities coming through wanting to take you down, wanting to throw you off your balance, wanting to throw you off your center, wanting to throw you off course, wanting to take you out of your peace. It's useless. That's what's coming through. It's very useless. I don't know why the song is coming through from, it's a Kanye West song, and the chorus goes, we have everything we need. Ooh, 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 ooh. We have everything we need. Ooh, 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 ooh. You have everything you need. You have everything you need. You have all of the abundance. And your prayers are being answered. You're praying for alignment. You're praying for guidance. You're praying for your path to be illuminated. You're praying for clarity to be there. You're praying for clarity. You're praying for peace. And your prayers are being answered. In fact, they may already be answered. Again, you have everything you need. Ooh, 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 ooh. You have everything you need. The Two of Swords is coming through. Denial, being blinded, not wanting to see, refusing to admit the truth to yourself, debating on two paths, debating on two pathways, coming to a standstill because you don't know what to do, needing discernment, okay? Conflicting energy. See, your thoughts are conflicted because there's a lot of people in your head, and you're lacking clarity because you have too many other people's thoughts in your head. It's almost like you're looking for other people to approve of what you're doing before you can do it. That's not the way to live, beloved. You have to seek your own approval. You have to seek your own truth. And of course, you find that by going within and asking yourself and being open to hear, being open to receive your very own truth. What is it that you want to do? What path do you want to take? You're considering too many other people's opinions. You have too many people's opinions clouding your mind. You would do well to ask for clarity and asking for your energy field to be clear and clearing your own energy field and doing and participating in practices that help you get clear. You can ground, you can go outside, take a walk, meditate, dance, breathe, listen to music, listen to different frequencies. And dare to be honest with yourself about what you really want out of life. Outside of scarcity, outside of insecurity, if you were really secure, what would you be doing? And step into that. This Goddess of Pentacles here is a reminder that you really do have it all. You have it within, and nobody else can give it to you. Nobody else can illuminate your sacred path for you, your sacred purpose for you. It is you who has to do the work. You're asking people, what should I do? Where should I go? Which path should I take? You're listening to other people's opinions, and it's not going to guide you where you want to go or where you're destined to go, because the truth has to come from you. And I get the sense that you understand that what you want is going to disturb the peace. And you want to play peacekeeper. But when it comes to your path, you're meant to be the disruptor of conformity, of status quo ways, of the matrix, of ways that do not serve, of ways that no longer serve. This is the age of Aquarius. Things are going to be shaken up. Things have already been shaken up, and they're going to continue. And it's getting shaken up by people who are willing to shake it up. People who are willing to go their very own unique way. People who are willing and who are tired of conformity, who are tired of the bullshit, the fakery, the superficiality, the illusion. Again, you have to be tired enough to say, you know what, I want different. And different might mean destructive. But like Kali says, endings can be destructive. There can be chaos. And it is necessary. Because that's how you create these new beginnings. The destruction of the old, the decay of the old, is what will be the fertile soil, what will create the fertile soil for the new beginning. Another 5 here, the Hierophant. Lessons and learnings, the higher path, your sacred calling, your sacred path, your sacred purpose, your divine purpose. The divine contracts, your divine counterpart. This is also marriages and religious structures too, belief systems, ideologies. Are there ideologies, certain ideologies that are constricting you? Certain belief systems that are constricting you, that are limiting you? Are you taking on other people's ideologies? It's coming clearer. Are you taking on other people's belief systems around what is possible for you? Have you inherited certain belief systems, certain programming, certain conditionings, certain perspectives about the world, certain perspectives about what is possible? Are you learning your lessons? Are you allowing other people's stuff to be theirs? Or are you taking them on as yours? There's this need again for energetic cleansing. Cleansing yourself, purifying yourself of belief systems, perspectives, patternings, conditionings that are not yours. And of course, this is all subconscious. And so with this full moon energy, it illuminates what's in the dark. And so it will come through by way of experiences, by way of what triggers you. Really tune in to what triggers you, to what gets you to shut down, what makes you want to disassociate, what makes you want to distract yourself. Notice your behaviors and the ways that you run away from yourself. Notice the way that you run away from truth when it's staring you in the face, when it's coming through somebody. What do you do? Do you tune out? Can you notice your behaviors during this time and notice what gets you activated? What gets you angry? What gets you pissed? What gets you annoyed? What gets you frustrated? And dig deep, because you think it's just a petty annoyance. It's a small minor annoyance, but if you get into it, there's something deeper in there, and there's a message deeper in there that you can receive if you're open for it. Don't bypass anything as it's not a big deal. Don't dismiss yourself. Don't be dismissive. Acknowledge what's coming through. Acknowledge what's coming up. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Because your feelings will point you to different aspects within yourselves and different parts of yourselves that are in conflict and not in harmony and not in peace and not balanced. The imbalance has to come out. It has to be shown. It has to be seen. That's why it comes up. Four of Swords, rest. Rest your mind, meditate. See what takes you out of a restful mental place. Notice your thoughts when they start to go left. When they start that downward spiral. When they start turning negative. When you start thinking negatively towards yourself, when you start thinking negatively towards another. Because oftentimes when you're thinking negatively towards another, you're really distracting yourself from the negativity that you feel towards yourself. It's easier to project it outwards. It's easier to say that's or them or they. It's easier to point fingers. Your mind wants rest, and your mind naturally seeks to be light. The mind is ether and space. That's the air element. It's light. It likes to be light. It doesn't like density. It doesn't like heaviness. And so transmutation here, transformation of those denser thoughts is what's happening for you. Transforming your thoughts from darker to lighter. And this happens by way of resting your body and allowing your body to rest, and using the different tools and seeking different tools out that can help you target your subconscious thoughts and your subconscious programs and your subconscious thinkings, because your conscious mind can choose, you can consciously choose to stay positive, right? But if you have subconscious programmings that are rooting you in the negative, then that's not balanced. That's not aligned. And so using tools, different tools and mechanisms to get into and to tap into your subconscious mind and to release these programmings will help you be in better alignment with yourself, will help you be in your purpose, will help you be lighter on your path. And so when you have these experiences that are very triggering, that take you to emotional places, that get you to be in this reactive space, that activate you, that's your subconscious programmings coming online to be witnessed, to be seen. What belief systems do you have that are driving you that to react? Strength. You have the strength. Okay, the moon is showing up here. Okay, the moon card is showing up on the full moon. Hello? You have the strength. You have the inner strength, because that's what a lot of this is. You have the inner strength. You have the courage. You don't have to have the courage for today and tomorrow, the next day and the next day and the next day. You just simply have to have the courage for right now. Because right now, having the courage for right now will carry you into the next now, into the next now, into the next now. This is building up courage little by little, by doing something that you wouldn't have done previously, by facing something you would have not faced previously, by leaning into instead of running away from. You're scared to tame the beast within, but only you can tame the beast within. You have the inner authority. It's not somebody else out there who's going to come and do that for you. You have the inner strength. You have the inner wisdom. You have the ability. You got everything you need. Ooh, 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 ooh. This moon here, again, illuminations, illuminating what's been uncovered. Rather, what's been covered up, making it uncovered so that you can see. So open your eyes, love, and know that you've been chosen. You have been chosen ancestrally. You have been chosen. You are an angel here on earth. Your wings are spreading, opening, expanding wider. You do have a different path. And it's not going to always be understood. You are going to rock the boat. Because that is part of your purpose. You are a game changer. Okay? There's a message here that somebody is thinking about school, more schooling, more training, more education, more. And the answer is yes, go, do. Because what you'll gain from that will also inform you on your path. You see, everything's always preparing you for the grander plan. What you're doing now is preparing you for what you will do later down the line. Even if it doesn't feel like it aligns, it's what you're gaining, what you're learning, the wisdom that you'll be integrating, that you're getting from the experience, that you'll take with you, that will help you further down. Okay? Think big. Think big. Dream big. And allow yourself to be big too. Allow yourself to be bigger than who you were before. Allow yourself to Learn from your past mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. There's no need to. There's literally no need to beat yourself up. Forgive yourself. Forgiveness will move you forward. Forgiveness will help you see clearer. Forgiveness will be what transports you into freedom. Okay? Sagittarius is all about freedom. Freedom in mind, freedom in movement, freedom. And so allow yourself to be free. What would it be like to be free? What does that feel like for you? What does that look like for you? How can you move into more freedom? How can you open your mind to expand through your limitations? How can you expand through your fears? With Sagittarius, it's by acting, it's by doing. It's by saying, you know what? Right now, I can feel myself. I'm in a place of fear. I acknowledge this fear, but this fear is not going to stop me from doing XYZ. And I am going to do XYZ right now. I'm going to have this conversation. I'm going to make this statement. I'm going to quit this job. I'm going to say this to this person. I am so terrified about how I'm going to be perceived, but I can't care more how other people perceive me than I perceive me. I can't care more about other people's perceptions about me than my own truth. So I'm going to say something. I'm going to speak. This is the energy. Take your fear with you until it dissolves in the recognition that it was never a real fear to begin with. It was a limitation. It was a boundary. And you stepped outside of it and you expanded wider. You elevated, you grew, you learned. And you can keep doing this and on and on and on. The spiritual elevation. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. It feels complete. I pray this has served you. I invite you to leave a like, letting me know how something in here resonated with you. Leave me a comment and share the word. I appreciate you so much. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll speak with you again soon. Peace.